Hello and welcome all my dear second standard little champs. How have you been? So I am Rohan sir from Madhi English Medium School. I welcome you once again in the grammar lecture. Dear students, I hope that you have watched the previous grammar lecture in which we have just finished the worksheets of chapter number 15, statements and questions. Now students, as we have done the chapter 15, statements and questions, it is going to be very useful to us in the new chapter as well. Now, as you know that what is statement and what is question, I hope that along with that you have completed your grammar textbook exercises as well. If you remember, when I gave you the homework for solving 3 to 2 sentences, even in the next lecture I solved those sentences of homework. So every single sentence and the question of the exercises of chapter 15 is solved. What are we going to do today? Today we are going to start with the new chapter, chapter number 16, punctuation. Now, in the statement and question, we were supposed to place the full stop and question mark wherever it was statement and the question respectively. So now you very well know the use of full stop and the question, don't you? Yes, you have actually mastered where do we have to put full stop and where do we have to use question mark. With every exercise and the worksheet, I have explained you the use of full stop and question mark again and again. So to make the concept of statement and question as well as the full stop and question mark very much clear in your mind. Now in this punctuation, these things are going to be very much useful to us. That is the reason why I was asking you to watch the lecture very carefully, because every single topic is the base for the every next topic and the next standard. So only when you build up your base properly will you be able to grasp whatever the new topic is. So let's get started with punctuation. Please take out your grammar textbook or a rough book if you do not have the textbook, at least so that you can solve the exercise in the rough book, and be ready to understand and experience the new concept of grammar, which is punctuation. Punctuation is the part and the parcel of English, we can say. Everywhere we have to use punctuation. Like your body parts are there, hands and the fingers and the mouth and eyes and nose. Similarly, punctuation are the parts of the English sentences, without which sentence seems to be incomplete in English, especially when you are writing it. Sometimes even when you are speaking. So many punctuations are there, but here the topic is very limited for your standard at your level. So at least I hope that you will be able to understand the limited concept of punctuation in this chapter 16. I hope now you are ready with your book. So now I will display the grammar textbook on the screen. Be ready to understand the concept. So my dear students, this is your textbook chapter number 16, punctuation. Now what is punctuation? Do you know that? It's very easy. See, when you write the sentence, you can see full stop, comma, apostrophe, quotation marks, capitalization, everything is punctuation. That is why I use this word, that punctuation is the part and the parcel of the English sentences. Almost time when you write and many a times when you even read. See, when it is a full stop and the other sentence starts, you stop for a while. Same thing happens with the comma. When the list of things are given, you don't have to read in which tone do you have to read, when do you have to stop. Everything is done because the punctuation marks are there in the sentences, isn't it so? So this is what you are going to learn precisely in this chapter. Where do we have to use which punctuation mark? So read the sentences. The cat is lazy. What is your name? So the first sentence is statement. It ends with a full stop. The second sentence is a question. It ends with a question mark. Now these things you have already done in chapter number 15, isn't it so? But still it is given because full stop and question mark are also called the punctuation marks. Punctuation marks include these two topics of full stop and question mark, which we have very well done in the previous chapter. So like I said, it's going to be very much useful to you. Now if you notice one thing, few letters are in the red color. Why so? Just because of the change in the look they have created the different colors? No. Just to emphasize on certain things, they have changed the color of few letters. Now if you have observed, the cat is lazy. Okay, we have nothing to do whether she is lazy or not, whether it is lazy or not. The cat is lazy. Here T is capital. Why? Because the sentence always starts with the capital letter. So the new sentence starts even after full stop. If you want to write something in the same line but the sentence is new, so the first letter should be capital. This is what is written here in the box, that all these sentences begin with the capital letters. Again the next sentence, what is your name? Actually it is a question, but it is a new sentence. So again W is capital because it is the beginning of the new statement, the new question, new sentence, right? So proper nouns always begin with the capital letters. So my dear students, here you can see they have written the full stops and question marks are punctuation marks, which is what I already told you. So capital letters are used at two places. One, when the new sentence begins. Second, when there is a proper noun. What do you mean by proper noun? Proper noun means nothing but someone's name. If you say Rohan sir, what is it? Rohan sir is a proper noun. It is a name of a person. So R should be capital. So this way, whenever there is a name of any person, it is a proper noun, or name of even any animal or any place, again is a proper noun. This is what I have already explained you in the concept of proper noun and common noun. So whenever there is a proper noun, it should begin with a capital letter, which is even the part of punctuation mark. So in this topic, we have to take care of capitalization, full stop and question mark. I think that this should be very much easy for you. Don't you even think so? So let's start solving the first exercise. What is the first exercise about? Rewrite the sentences correctly. Remember to begin each sentence with a capital letter and end with a full stop or a question mark. So you should know that which letters do we have to write in the capital and which should be in the small, where do we have to place full stop and question mark. Let's get started. First sentence, let me solve it for you to explain it to you, the concept of punctuation and how you have to solve the remaining ones. Sentence A. Sonia and Sunny are my cousins. Okay. Now here first letter should be capital. So the sentence starts with the word Sonia and S should be capital. So students, S should be capital not only because it is beginning with that word, but because Sonia is a proper noun. So there are two reasons why do we have to put S capital in the word Sonia. Not only because the sentence starts with the word Sonia, but also Sonia is a proper noun. It is a name of a girl. So S should be capital. So let me write it down here first of all. S-O-N-I-A. So I have written S capital. What else do we have to change? You will say that, sir, this is just a piece of information. We have to put full stop. But before full stop, do we need to change anything else in the sentence? Yes. Sonia and Sunny are my cousins. So like Sonia is a proper noun, it is a name of a girl, we have to put S capital because it is a proper noun. Similarly, Sunny is also the name of a boy. So we have to put S capital again in that. So Sonia and Sunny are my cousins. Now in this, Sonia and Sunny are the proper nouns, for which we have to put capital letters for both the words, for the starting of both the words. And the remaining thing will be same. At the end we have to put full stop. So let us write the sentence. And Sunny are my cousins. And then full stop. So this should be the sentence. Sonia and Sunny are my cousins. And I have even put full stop here, if you can see. So S should be capital in Sonia, S should be capital again in the Sunny because these two are the proper nouns. And in the box we already read that the proper nouns also begin with capital letters. And at the end we have to put full stop. Why not question mark? You very well know, if you have watched the chapter 15 lectures, that this is a statement. Sonia and Sunny are my cousins. This sentence does not ask you anything, right? So if it does not ask you anything, you have to just put a full stop because it is a piece of information. It is a statement. So this is how you have to solve each question. Let us solve few more. My friends and I like to visit the library. Okay. So what do we have to change here? Try to guess the answer. What do we have to change? Here one exception is there which 50% of you might not be knowing, or I should take it positively, that one new thing 50% of you are going to learn, because rest of the 50% might be knowing this, because in my lecture itself I have already told you what it is. You might not have noticed, that is another thing. So what is it? First of all, see, the first letter should be capital. So the first word is my. So M should be capital, obviously. Let us make that change. My, in which M is capital. Okay, then what? My friends and I like to visit the library. What else should be changed? You will say that, sir, directly put full stop because it is a statement. Yes, it is a statement. We have to put full stop. But before that, can you observe any change? Do you think that any change should be made? Some of you might be saying yes. Some of you might be saying no. But one change is there. So the change is I. My friends and I. So this I is alone. There is no other letter attached with I, right? When you only speak I, at that time I is alone. So whenever I is written alone, not in any spelling, but alone, at that time I should be capital, because I is a personal pronoun every time, whether I is in the beginning of the sentence, in between, or at the end. Every time I, if it is alone, it should be capital. So my friends and I like to visit the library. My friends and I like to visit the library. And at the end you have to put full stop. This is what the change is in the sentence. My friends and I like to visit the library. I have changed M and I. So you can see the change in the sentence. So I have just put the punctuation mark, capitalization at two places and full stop at the end, just like which we have done in the first sentence also. I hope that you are writing the answers, students. Those who are having the textbook, I know that they might be solving in the textbook itself. But even those who are writing in the rough book, they can write the answers directly from the screen. And you are able to see the questions on the screen, so it is very good thing. And later I'm even going to send you the PDF file, so you will get the questions for those who are not having the textbook. So kindly write the answers, do not miss out to write any answer. Later you will not get PDF file for every answer. As this is a grammar, this is the subject of practicing. You cannot get just the answer and you cannot learn the answer. You have to practice it. Okay. Similarly, let us solve sentence C. When are you going to Japan? Again, 3 changes are there. Do you know which 3 changes? Some of you might be answering me that, sir, there are only 2 changes. Some of you might be saying, yes, sir, there are 3 changes. Some of you might be saying there are 4 changes, but actually there are no 4 changes, there are only 3 changes. What are they? First is very simple, that the first alphabet should be capital, first letter should be capital. So when are you going to Japan? So here when is the first word, where W is the first letter, it should be capital. So let us change that first of all. In the word when, W is capital now. Are you going to Japan? So what is this? Statement or the question? Obviously it is a question, so you have to put question mark because someone is asking you. When are you going to Japan? You will answer never, or you will say we have not planned yet. So this is the question being asked, right? We don't know by whom and to whom, someone, but by reading it we can clearly get the idea that it is a question. So are you going to Japan? Now here Japan is a proper noun. It is a name of a place like India. So J should be capital. And then at the end we have to put question mark. So let us complete the sentence. Are you going to Japan, in which J is capital and at the end question mark should be there. So when are you going to Japan? And here question mark is there at the end, and Japan, J should be capital. So I hope that you are understanding the concept. I am explaining you how you have to see which type of punctuation marks are needed in the sentence. You have to see that first letter should be capital. Then you have to see, is there any proper noun in the sentence, or is there I in the sentence which you have to make the capital. And then at the end you have to see, read the sentence again. Does it ask you anything? Then it is a question mark. You have to put a question mark, or you have to put a full stop. So these things you have to observe in the sentence. And now I hope you have got the knack how to solve this question. Let us solve few more so that you will get the good grip on this concept. Sentence D. I like fruits and milkshakes. Okay, don't you think this sentence is very easy to solve? Try to solve it. I will give you a couple of seconds. I will count 6. Until then, I hope that you will at least solve half of the sentence. Your time starts now to solve sentence D. You have 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Did you solve at least the half sentence, or did you make 2 changes? So there are only 2 changes here. Which are they? See, first letter should be capital. Moreover, wherever there is a proper noun or I in the sentence, that should be capital. So here I is at the beginning. So I should be capital and first letter should be capital, which is done within one strike. So let us write first of all I capital, as there are 2 reasons to change the I in the capital, because I should be capital and it is at the first place. So I like fruits and milkshakes. So like fruits and milkshakes. What should be done? Full stop should be there, because here it is just a piece of information. No question is being asked, right? I like fruits and milkshakes. Okay, there is a statement. So we have placed full stop at the end and I should be capital. So this is how we have written the answer. I hope that you too are writing the answer, students. See, this is very easy once you pay 100% attention to what am I explaining you. And then even in writing the answers in your fair book or in the exam, you will never make the mistakes. This is why in the beginning I told you that punctuation is the part and the parcel of the sentence. Sentence should be framed in the way it should be, like punctuation marks should be at the proper places. Only then you can say that it is grammatically correct. And you know that whenever there is a question mark, your tone is different. Whenever there is a full stop, your tone is different. So punctuation mark plays the vital role not only in in writing the sentence, but also in the reading. Okay, next one is the India Gate is in Delhi. Okay, there are 4 to 5 changes here. Let me tell you. Find out. Again, you are getting 6 seconds approximately. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Did you find at least 2 to 3 changes? Some of you might be saying, yes sir, we found more than that. Let us see. See students, first of all, the India Gate is in Delhi. So here T should be capital because it is the first alphabet, it is the first letter. Okay, that is what we have done. Now what about India Gate? Have you heard this? Yes, it is a proper noun. India Gate is in Delhi. So India and gate, here I and G should be capital because it is a proper noun. Yes. So India Gate. Let us write India I capital, Gate G capital. The India Gate, okay, is in Delhi. So what should be done now? You will say that sir, now put full stop. No, as Delhi is also proper noun, we have to put D as a capital. So is in Delhi, and then at the end we have to put full stop. So we have changed 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 things. T we have done capital in the word the. India Gate we have put I and G as the capital letters, and then Delhi D we have put capital, and then at the end we have put full stop. So these are the changes we have made. See, sometimes these type of questions can be asked. Yes, in 2 marks, but it can be asked. So you have to be prepared. Not necessarily only 3 to 4 changes will be there, 5 to 6 changes might be there. So that you have to fit the concept in your mind. That is the reason why I am telling you, you cannot learn the answers in the grammar. You have to understand the concept, that how the things work. Only then will you be able to score the full marks in grammar. So again, let me tell you, at first you have to see first letter should be capital in the new sentence. Then you have to find out whether the proper noun is there or not to make it capital, and then at the end you have to see whether you have to put question mark or a full stop. So I hope you understood the concept. Let us solve the last sentence for today. Sentence F. Where do you keep your books? Oh no, I am not at all asking about your books. Anyways, you have now few seconds to solve this answer. Your countdown starts now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So what are the changes you have made? See, where do you keep your books? This is a question I am asking you. Where do you keep your books? You will say, sir, in my bag. That is why I gave you the hint by the time I started the countdown that no, I'm not asking you where you have kept your book. So I gave you the hint directly, right? So obviously you have to put question mark, but is there any other change? Yes, you might be shouting for the answers that yes sir, there is a change. Where is the change? B should be capital in the books? No, there is no specific name of the book is given, so no proper noun is given. So what should be the change? W should be capital in the word where? Yes, but why? Because the word where is the first word. So starting letter should be capital. W therefore should be capital. So where do you keep your books? Let me write the answer first of all. Where do you keep your books? And then question mark. This is the answer. Actually it is a question, but otherwise it is an answer. It is an answer. So where do you keep your books? W capital and then question mark. So with this, my dear students, I complete the first exercise of the new chapter, punctuation. I hope that you enjoyed a lot solving it. See, where do we have to place full stop and question mark should be now very easy for you. And even I expect that now in your grammar textbook or in your English fair books, I will never find the mistakes of question mark or full stop, because that is very clear in your mind where you have to use those things. So with this, I end my today's lecture. Keep practicing the punctuation marks, and thanks a lot for watching the lecture. Keep watching all the lectures. Keep up the good work. Try to solve the sentences on your own. Send your work to your follow-up teachers without fail. So, students, take care of yourselves, of your health. Goodbye.